Hi everyone, welcome back to another video in the Web Security Academy series. In today's video, we'll be covering lab number 12 in the authentication module titled Password Brute Force via Password Change. Alright, let's get started. This lab's password change functionality makes it vulnerable to brute force attacks. To solve the lab, use the list of candidate passwords to brute force Carlos's account and access his My Account page. And then you've got credentials for a regular user, the victim's username, which is Carlos, and a candidate passwords list. All right, so the target goal over here is to brute force Carlos's password in the password change functionality and access Carlos's account. All right, let's get started. Now notice over here, this is the built-in browser in Burp, and so all my requests are already being passed in my Burp proxy. I am using the professional version because we will be using the intruder functionality, and that's heavily throttled in the community edition. So if you will be using the community edition, it will take a very long time to complete the lab. But if you want a quicker way without using the professional version, we will be scripting the exploit. And so you could just write a Python script that performs the exploit for you. All right, the first thing that we're going to do is click on My Account and then log in with the account that we were given. Let's hit login. And here's the change password functionality that's supposed to be vulnerable. So the first thing that I'm going to do is try the positive case, which is put in the correct password. And then let's say we change the new password to password and hit change password. Okay, so it says password changed successfully. And then we're going to go back and you stay logged into the application. So that's what happens when you put in the correct password. Let's put in the wrong password. So let's put in a wrong password over here and then a new password. Again, let's say password and a confirm password. So let's say again password. Hit change password and you get sent to the login page. Okay, so that's interesting. When we put in an incorrect password over here, so Peter, I had changed it in the first request, and so this is no longer the correct password. And we put in two identical passwords in the new password field over here. We get logged out of the application. So we have to log in again. So let's log in with the correct password, which is not Peter, it's password. Hit login. And we see that you have made too many incorrect login attempts. Please try again in 1 minute. Okay, so what's happening over here is that if you put in an incorrect password in the change password functionality, it will log you out of the application and then it will force you on a soft lockout of 1 minute. Now, if I need to wait 1 minute every time I try a password, that's going to be problematic because it's going to take forever to brute force, let's say 100 passwords. So 100 passwords will take 100 minutes before I can try all of them, which is unacceptable to me. So I need to find some kind of vulnerability in the application that will allow me to brute force the passwords. So hopefully the 1 minute is done. Let's try logging in. Hit login. And the 1 minute is done, so we successfully log into the application. Now my next test case is I'm going to put in a wrong password. So again, Peter, it's no longer Peter because we changed it. And then in the new password field, I'm going to say password 1. And then in the confirm new password, I'm going to say password 2. And then click on change password. Okay, so this is interesting. When I put in an incorrect password over here, what happened the last time we did this is that we logged out. However, right now, it's not logging us out. It's just saying the current password is incorrect. And the only difference between this request and the previous request that I was making is that these two passwords no longer match. And so there's some kind of logic flaw in the application that doesn't send you to the brute force protection mechanism if the new password 1 and new password 2 fields do not match. So this is interesting. This is what's going to allow me to bypass the brute force protection and brute force Carlos's account. So let's send this to repeater. go down, and let's keep these two not matching, but let's this time put the correct password and see the error that we're gonna get. So hit send, and then let's render it, and it says new passwords do not match. Okay, so let's make just a few notes so that we better understand this. So when new passwords match and current password is incorrect, which was this case over here. So let's say Peter. Sorry, when new passwords don't match and the current password is incorrect, let's hit send. Let's go to raw and render. We get an error saying current password is incorrect. Now, when new passwords don't match and the current password is correct, which is this case over here. So password, hit send. It says new passwords do not match. Okay, so usually when it comes to an application, the first thing that you do is see if this is tied to the user session. So if this was implemented correctly, it should check if the password change request for this username over here is equivalent to the username that is assigned this session ID. If it is, the password reset request should go through, otherwise it should not go through. However, if this check is not done in the backend, then we could just change this to Carlos, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And then usually what you do is if there's no brute force protection on this, you just brute force this field over here by looping through a list of candidate passwords. However, we saw when we tried to brute force this list with these two passwords matching, we hit a brute force protection mechanism. And so we had to find the logic flaw, which is this one over here, in order to bypass the brute force protection mechanism and attempt to brute force Carlos's account. So let's send this to repeater. And actually, we need to send it to intruder. In intruder over here, let's clear. Let's make this a little bit bigger. And over here, we're gonna keep these different so that we bypass the brute force protection. And then we're just gonna brute force the current password. So let's add this and move this over here. Go to payloads. We keep it at simple list and then go to the application and click on candidate passwords and copy the list of passwords. Paste it in here and click on start attack. So now what I'm looking for is this over here saying the new passwords do not match. Now, I'm not sure if I changed the username, so let's click on one of them, go down, and we're still trying to brute force the password for our regular user, which we already know. So let's close this, discard, and go back to positions over here and change this to Carlos. And then start attack again. Now all of them are going to have the same error. Only one of them is going to have a different error saying that passwords do not match. So let's do a search on the length of the response of the request. And this is the only different one. So my guess is this is the password. So you could see over here, we've got the username Carlos and then the password, which is a bunch of zeros. The response over here is a 200 OK. Let's render it. And here we go. It says the new passwords do not match. So that means that we've hit this case over here, which is that the new passwords don't match, but the current password is correct. So the password for the Carlos user is this one over here. Let's copy it. And then just log into Carlos's account. So let's go in my account, log out, my account again. and then go to Carlos and put in the password that we just brute forced, hit login, and here we go. It says, congratulations, you solved the lab. All right, so we successfully completed the exercise by exploiting the vulnerability using burp intruder. Now let's script it in Python. If you would like to see a detailed version of the video where we first exploit the vulnerability manually and then script it in Python, check out the video linked on the screen. Also make sure to hit the subscribe button and check out my course if you're interested in seeing more videos like this one. Thank you and see you in the next video.